is an investment. To invest means to commit something, anything at all, in order to earn a return. There is a question of what can I invest? So you can invest money, you can invest resources, you can invest time. Those are the things, some of the things that people invest. Now, in what areas can I invest in? People invest in their health. So you see a lot of people perhaps, having a skincare routine, or, one thing or the other, or investing in like a HMO for their families or for themselves, and just investing in getting a BP machine, a blood sugar kit, all of those things. Basically, it is them investing in their health, and for many reasons. Some people don't invest in their health right now, but you should invest in your health, because how else would you get the returns on any other thing you invest in if your health is not superb? Second thing that people invest in, which our parents really invested in then, is in education, right? And we see a lot of parents that do not have lands, they don't have a lot of things, but oh my goodness, they send their children to the best schools, right? So yes, education is an investment. And if you are currently a youth and you're spending your money in certifications and trying to upskill and upgrade yourself and trying to develop personally in your thinking, well, that's a great investment. So yeah, people do invest in their education. Another thing that people invest in is in their family, in their marriages. And so you see youths having grown up to a certain stage say, oh, you know what, I know that my parents aren't going to be here for 100 years more, so I want to spend this period taking care of them, giving them all that they need, providing for them, giving them the best care possible, supporting them in terms of finances. So yes, I mean, family, people do invest in families, like trying to invest in the relationship of your family. So that's one area that you can invest in. Another area where people invest in is in their relationships, relationships with people. This is a quote that is rather popular, that if money is the only thing that you have, then you are so poor, right? Relationships are a very huge currency, and I would know. I just got married and I know what I received as gifts. I know the things that people sacrificed for me by virtue of relationship, like the relationships that my parents had with them, the relationship that I have with them, and yeah, it's actually really worth much more than money, right? So yes, but we can agree to disagree, because some people do not think so. However, yes, you can invest in relationships, you can invest in growing people, developing people, like replicating yourself with other people, mentoring people, coaching people. Relationships, basically, it's a very huge currency. Of course, if I don't say this particular one, what am I doing here? People do invest in their salvation. Of course, Christ has already saved us, right? But then you need to keep that relationship with him going. Just take a look at a husband and a wife. The fact that they are married does not mean they will not still toast each other, does not mean that they will not still do all of the paparazzi and compliment each other and support each other. Same thing with our relationship with God. Yes, people do invest in their salvation by virtue of reading scriptures, meditating on the scriptures, and trying to live like Christ, trying to replicate Christ, in their character, and trying to replicate Christ in others by discipling them. So yes, salvation is an area where people do invest in. Another area where people do invest in, and probably this is going to be the last, there might be more, but I mean, within the confines of this video, these are the ones that I'm going to be giving to you. People do invest in their finances. Of course, I have to say that last, because I mean, you heard the quotes that I gave previously. I think that these other ones that I have mentioned could and perhaps is more important than finances. But again, we agree to disagree in case you have a contrary opinion. However, yeah, people do invest in their finances to purchase, people purchase assets for the long run. And by assets, I mean by purchasing things that have incremental value over the time or over the years. Yeah. So people invest in things like treasury bills, like mutual funds, like ETFs, government bonds, cryptocurrency, foreign exchange, buying a land. Those are the ways that you can invest financially, right? Finally, making a decision as to what to invest in. Now, this can be very tricky because it really depends on what your priorities are and what season of your life you are in. For some people, because they really want to take care of their parents right now, family is an area that they want to invest in very strongly right now. And what that means is that they might not have lands, but the relationship or the investment that they put in their siblings, the investment that they put in their parents is worth it for them, right? It gives them purpose, it gives them joy, it gives them genuine happiness. So, and that's what really matters, what makes you happy. People invest in their current skill sets in order to do better and to have higher freedom to buy the physical assets later on. So if you decide that it's your skill you want to invest in right now, again, whatever it is, whatever area you want to invest in, it's really up to you to decide. But there are many tools, and taking a look at that in subsequent videos, how to invest in all of these areas. Like I love to say, share with your tribe, and like the video, of course, like the video, turn on notifications so that when I post the next money series, you get to see it, and subscribe if you have not.